Usually there's two lines where we're crossing each other before the Cipressa. Today might be the case on the Cipressa,
Yeah.
but eventually will happen. Already now with just one guy pulling, I mean, it was fresh legs, but he regained almost a minute over the breakaway, and this is gonna be the trend from now on. You're never gonna witness another time a red arrow on your screen. It's just gonna be in favor of the peloton, as the speed for the peloton will never decrease, and the closer that we get to Albenga, the city of Albenga, the faster they will go because of the stressful, and everybody wants to be in a good position, and it's fair to say I mean, we knew already they didn't have a chance, but they're gonna get caught anyway. For a brief moment we were really doing fantacycling and speculating they might have a chance, you know. Also to keep everybody entertained.
So that is where we are, halfway really between the foot of the Torquino, where they hit the coastal road, the Via Aurelia, and the finish line in Via Roma. Between 2/3 and 3/4 of this race is behind us already. And we've asked a few questions about the big two favourites, Pogacar and Van der Poel, and we've had no answers yet. We do not know what is going to happen when we get to the Cipressa, or indeed the Tre Capi, because UAE Team Emirates, for the first time now, just a few kilometres further back down the road, have decided to take control of the peloton, and Alpecin de Koenig, having done the opening 230 kilometres of this race or thereabouts, cede control of it to UAE Team Emirates, for now at least.
And I can feel myself the stress, you know, getting close to the capo. And in the peloton, we would imagine like the moment is like a clock ticking, and you know, like you need to be there at that moment, and everybody's like building up themselves, you know, also getting ready mentally and physically to this massive effort that's going to start there. The first two, as we said, we can dive into the Capi a little bit before we're heading there. So for you doesn't know, like those Capis, they're on the coast. There's not any deviation from the main road for the peloton, and not very hard in percentage whatsoever. The first one is 1.6 kilometer at 4.8%, quite steady one. Second one is the easiest, Capocervo 1.4 at 3.2 for the riders. It's barely a bridge, and after that there's going to be a little bit extra kilometers before the last one, the Capo Berta, which is the hardest at 1.9 at 6.2, but with a percentage much harder, roughly 8%, and is the main and hardest of the Capi. After that is going to be descent, Imperia, and then about 6-7 kilometers before the approach of Cipressa, and from there on is going to be game. Cipressa is 5.7 kilometers of 4%. They're going to go down on a steep descent, quite technical. We witnessed a crash in the women's race earlier today. Then 10-12 kilometers before the last one, the Poggio. Not very hard, 3.8% per 3.7 kilometers, but definitely after 295 kilometers, a challenging